Hey, hey, hey! Row. It's looking like the power's gonna go out here again. Man, if it does, guys, I'm not gonna be back on tonight. We've had a real rough afternoon. I've had uh, I've had neighbors lose everything. It came up, and if those of you that were just happened to see, it's the first time I've ever had to yell to my family to get to the basement. It was pretty intense. My front tree, for those of you that have seen my summer, it's a great big huge maple tree. Well, it bent it over. It did come back. It's no damage to the tree, but we've had trees down, roads closed, fire departments are out. Yeah. So it's been a hell of an afternoon. Anyways, personally, I've got a little bit of damage. Nothing a couple $100 won't fix. Should be under 1,000. And I just have to, just give me a sec. I want to pin that to the top. Hey, Charles. Nice to see you, brother. Hopefully you tried your syrup. And if not, I don't know what you're waiting for. Oh, there we go. Now, what the hell is Bautissimo doing? Bautissimo's on crack. Every time somebody says hello from the greatest country in the world. That's funny. Not sure why. Not sure who. Could be worse. There we go. Tonight's link's up there. Oops. Come on now. So, what's everybody's weekend been up to? Yeah. Mine started hot. Very, 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 very hot. It was about 100% humidity. And then, well, all hell broke loose. So let me start over at the top. And the Beagle, Luscious, howdy, howdy, howdy. And of course, Luscious, yeah, we're great. I'm not worried about this house. There's ever going to be a tornado. If this house comes down, everybody else is screwed, especially the subdivision across the road from us, because there's not one nail used in my house. It's all screws. So if it blows away, ooh, boy. So we will definitely, if you could, please, like I say, pray for my residents. I have at least one resident that is homeless tonight. And there's it. Yeah. So we got Charles, Stephen. What's going on? Heather, hello. Bomber Steve, what's going on, buddy? What's yeah? Did you get called in?
No.
Oh. And what's going on in Australia, Steve? Let me guess. Warm, hot. Yeah, I feel your pain. That was definitely definitely high humidity and everything today. I wanted to plant my gardens. We just got them all together. Oh no! Oh no! What's going on, Sam? Thanks for coming out, brother. Truly appreciate you stopping by, taking time out of your day to come visit. And well, if that's a good thing for you guys, Steve, that's nothing like a good whooping. So, Charles, did they have to do an infusion? I know. I feel you, brother. I have the same thing. My platelets go low on me as well. Most of the time, I can control it through diet, and I can add more iron, and it seems to how it. Yeah, I'm just glad that you're back home and it's all good. And let's see here. I just don't want to get too far behind. We got Sam, and of course we got Heather Lynn, Homestead, where you are. Hello. And no, I had to see her earlier. Okay. Yeah. Mine mine are mine have to be a false positive, Charles, or false negative, I guess you would be. Simply for the fact that if I cut myself, I I clot up right away. Like, to me, I almost clot too fast because whenever I did this on Saturday, I guess it'd be a week ago tomorrow. Like, from this part to here was hanging in front of my eye, and then they just crazy glued it all back together. Because you said crazy glue, it may not scar as bad as if he was to stitch it. So I'm like, you know what? I had a wife for 30 years. I had nobody to impress. I said, just adds to another scar. I'm full of them to start with, so what does it matter? Hey, Rebecca, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you. Backroad Hillbillies. Hey, hey, hey. So, guys, did the notification go out? Something's telling me it's not, because we've never had 7 people on a Saturday night. Never. My first Saturday night was 45, and that was the smallest we normally go with. I'm just, honestly, guys, I'm almost to my wit's end. I don't know what else to do. You know, putting the videos out, doing the lives, doing this, helping everybody. It took one troll to screw my YT account. And it hurts. And so help me God, I hope I never find out who it is. They've kind of hinted towards who it is, but they won't come right out and tell me who it is. But, like I say, it is what it is. If it happens, you know, I don't want to go anywhere. I love talking to you guys. You guys are like my family, truly. And, you know, I went through a good month of mental health issues and anxiety and whatever else. And, well, I guess I got punished. But they've punished me to the end. I just don't know. I'm good, Darren. I'm good. There's a lot of people. If it's coming your way, and I do believe it is, please make sure everything's locked down. The cows are safe. It's nasty. It's coming in hard, hot and hard. And it's over within 20 minutes, and the sun's back out an hour and a half after. But I tell you, it scared the living bejesus out of us. I've never told my family to get to the basement. Well, I did this afternoon. I just said, you know, I was out front. Actually, I was live out front. And then that's whenever the first, I could hear, anybody that's been close to a tornado knows that sound. It's almost like in a locomotive coming through your house or coming around your house. It's almost like a train. And I heard it. Our front tree just about went over. Like it was bending like way over. So as far as I know, I think, Darren, it is coming your way, but brother, so make sure you guys are hunkered down. You don't have anything loose. I have 150 or 200 pounds of weight on our basketball net. Like, my son is 6'5", 275. He hangs off it, and it doesn't fall over. The wind blew it over. Missed my truck by that much. About 2.5 feet. I would have been angry. Oh, you got the edge of it. Like I said, it's crazy. Like, it came, we had the radar. We had the radar coming. We had it up while we were watching it come in. And it was crazy. It all of a sudden went from yellow to red. Then we got the provincial alerts to hunker in place. Of course, was I home? No. Where was I? Going to get my lawnmower or my lawn tractor with my oldest boyfriend. And the two girls were home. So I just backed right into the driveway. He jumped on the lawn tractor. We fired it right up on the trailer. We didn't even strap it down. Came back home and we got it off, got the trailer put away, parked back in the house. And about 3 minutes after that, poof. And I mean, it was crazy. It was the most intense thing we've ever went through. And Remy, I am so sorry, dude, what happened to you today. I, for our township, whenever I got elected, I pushed to have urban chickens. We were the first one in Eastern Ontario to allow urban chickens. Um, Even in a subdivision, you can have up to 6 chickens. I know it's not near what you do, but I'm talking like in a subdivision. So at least people could raise a couple of meat chickens and they could have eggs or have 6 egg layers. So yeah, it. I appreciate that little homestead. It. I like I said, you know, I I don't plan on going anywhere, but if I keep getting dumped on and not getting and this is going to sound bad too. If I don't get the recognition or whatever for my time that I'm spending on my videos and whatever else, it doesn't make sense for me to keep doing it. So, do I go back to just a mod and stop dropping videos? I don't know. I've talked to some good friends about it, and they keep trying to talk me out of it. But you know, it's just how many times can you get stomped on before you go, yeah, I'm done. Do I want to go anywhere? No. Hey, Raven Cat, what's going on? And a little home by the beach, I believe, Maryland. I'm still trying to get names right, guys. And shh, I'm still having concussion. Nobody knows. So, memory loss right now? Oh, yeah. But, you're such a clown, Darren. I appreciate that, Jody. I truly do. But yet, you know, like Joe has been pushing my channel so hard all week. We got 30 viewers. And I had at least 13, 13, 14, somewhere around there. People tell me they didn't know that I was going live on Thursday. And I'm like, what do you mean? I always do my Thursday. I said I've missed like 3 procrastination Thursdays since I started them like 9 months ago. I've only missed 3. And they're like, well, you weren't there the other day. And I'm like, well, no, I said I was out of province and, family comes before. I said family comes before everything. But, yeah, all I can say, Remy, is keep your chin up. I know you've got a plan B now, which is, good things come to those. Remember that. It's tough. It's really, really tough. And it's, it's really tough. Whenever somebody you thought was a friend did you like that, yeah, that's tough. And you got to look that person in the eye, knowing that they called the municipality on you and they sent bylaw out. Anyways, I'll get off that subject, but man, that's hard. Oh, I'm having coffee. Um, uh, um, oh, that was I didn't even read that. That was a video from last year. It came up that it was put out 7 minutes before I commented on it. I'm, again, this is what's happening to my account. It told me that it was out for 7 minutes. Not a year and 7 minutes. Let's see if I can call it back up. See if it still says the timeline of today. Now I feel stupid. Well, more than normal. You know what the worst thing is, Rem? I can't even find it now under your videos. Wow. Ooh, wow, yeah. That's wild. Yeah. I can't even find it on your channel now. Stand by. I thought this was going to be fitting for tonight. I'm not drinking it. It was just on the table. Don't poke the bear. Isn't that fitting? Of course, I'm not drinking it tonight. I'm drinking coffee. Just like Darren's probably not into the moonshine, he's sipping water. Shh. Our little secret. They tell me I'm not supposed to have alcohol with a concussion either. Shh. Well, now that we got that all sorted out, Remy, oh, I know there's two people that I told that I wasn't going live tonight. I should have let them know. Because up to an hour ago, well, and about an hour ago, we got power back. That's okay. They didn't read it anyways. Oh, perfect. Makes it easier for me. And just have to reset my phone so I can see in case there's anything going on. Oh, pardon me. You can come up, Darren, if you... Oh.
Here you're talking about me and moonshine. Like, what? What?
I was, and
Maybe
I
I should
just
join
said,
Scott.
Darren, come on up, and poof, there he is. It's like, man, he's magic.
Ta-da! Freaking magic.
Yeah. So you finally got home, brother.
I am finally home. I got home yesterday
All right.
from the Homestead Conference. So I spent, so we left on the Friday morning, did the Homestead Conference, and then I actually stayed in Ontario for, I want to say it was like 2 weeks to see a whole bunch of my clients, and then finally got back yesterday. So it was quite the trip.
I wish you, if you were around here, I wish you would have known.
Yeah. I think I put about 7,000 kilometers on the rental vehicle, and I brought it back to Quebec, and I basically rented it from Ontario, took it back to Quebec, and they're like, "Yeah, we don't need an inspection. It's all good. You can go home." I'm like, "Yeah, Quebec just doesn't give a crap about Ontario vehicles. It's like, whatever."
No. Yeah. I just saw that come in, Remy. So I will go back and search it thereafter. It just came up on my phone. But what, it came up and said that it was 7 minutes, and I hadn't seen that video of Remy having a meltdown. So here I am feeling, my heart's breaking for him. And now he's telling me it was last year. It's like,
oh, okay. I was like, what happened? And I'm like, all right. If it was last year, I'm like, okay, all right.
Yeah. So I'm like, well, hey, at least we love you, brother.
Yeah, exactly.
We're worried about you.
Like, yeah. What's going on? Oh, it was last year? Okay. Yeah. But are you still okay?
Yeah, exactly. Right. Well, because, I was in his live last night. I knew that, he wasn't going to have a whole lot of sleep this weekend, that he had so much to do. And then I see him like leaning up against the block wall, I think he even let a few narratives slip, and I'm like, oh man, that's not like Remy. Oh my God, I feel horrible. Yeah, it was last year. Hey, well, Kathy.
You know he's okay.
I'm doing wonderful, Kathy. People around us aren't doing so well. Friends of the family lost the roof on their machine barn. Two residences in my township lost their homes. Just totally, we're going to find out that it was either a microburst or a tornado.
There was some stuff going on. My parents were at the cottage with my brother.
Yeah.
And they lost the porch on their cottage. And then, am I getting the feedback, or is everybody getting the feedback?
No, I'm not getting any feedback.
No? Okay. Weird. So, yeah, they lost the porch on their cottage. They built a bunkie. A tree took the porch out on the bunkie, and then the shed that they had behind the bunkie, it got taken out by a tree too. So it's like, yeah, a whole ton of damage there.
So down around Brampton, I believe there's been at least one death down in the Toronto area.
Yeah.
And then there was another mobile home, like a campsite kind of deal. And somebody else passed away there. They were crushed by a tree.
Ouch.
2 more rushed to hospital. But, let's face it, we had usually one tornado a year, and it would hit anywhere from Deep River to Petawawa, cross over into the Quebec, and never be heard or seen of again.
I remember when I was a kid and the tornado hit Barrie, and that was crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, a few people mentioning feedback. Are you guys still hearing the feedback? I'm not hearing it now. So.
Oh, Kathy said that she hears feedback.
Yeah. Kathy and Rem. Hopefully it's not continuing because it's not. I'm not hearing it now. But I was there when I was speaking when I mentioned it.
I don't hear it at all. Well, hang on, guys. I'm just going to mute you for 1 sec. Okay, is the feedback still there now that Darren is muted? Or is it gone? Oh, you're good now. Okay, let's add Darren back in.
That's crazy.
Now, do you hear anything? I don't hear any feedback from my end. Oh no, Jody said there's no feedback now.
Yeah, that's weird, eh?
There we go. You know what, guys? If you're hearing feedback, go to the kitchen or go to the liquor cabinet, get a beverage, and it'll go away.
Cool. Or it will come back.
Yeah. A little louder tomorrow morning. I just saw Green, did you guys get your syrup? Did the syrup made the long journey over to Jamaica? I knew we could count on you, Remy. Done. And no more feedback. See?
That was pretty cool that you were able to meet up with Remy down at his place.
You know what? That was awesome.
I bet. Yeah.
It was really neat to be able to meet somebody and technically on neutral ground.
Right.
So yeah, no, it's oh, okay. Yeah, no, not a big deal, Kareen. I was just wondering if you got it, that's all. Because everybody else is the only other one that I haven't heard of yet is Red Road Homestead. She's the only one that I haven't heard with, well, and we knew yours was going to take at least 1 or 2 weeks more.
I see Bomber Steve mentioned something about shrinking ice caps. You know why they're shrinking? Because it's cold. All us males experience that.
Yep. Ice caps, they're supposed to melt. Then they come back. Then they melt again.
Brain freeze or shrinkage.
They're going by Newfoundland right now. Oh my goodness! I saw one of my friends. His mother posted a bunch of pictures of the sea ice floating by.
Okay.
Man, that's beautiful. And they want me to go fishing for cod next year. So that's going to be our trip next summer is going to Newfoundland for a week or so and fishing cod.
Nice.
Hopefully I'm going to be able to I'm going to be able to video, like even live stream it.
Nice.
Because they don't do the netting for cod. Okay. They actually jig. They have more luck, catch more bigger cod on jig.
It's cool to see some of the fisheries actually switching to stuff like that. Instead of netting and catching everything, they're switching to actual, traditional fishing where they're targeting the actual species and stuff. So,
yeah.
And speaking of the East Coast, I still want to go for some seal, baby seal. Like,
I know what you're talking.
That's just
don't worry. I'm not monetized, so you can say what you want. I could care less. And right now, I'm in about as much poo-poo as I can with YouTube.
Oh, no.
So
why? What did you do?
Nothing. Somebody reported every one of my videos is inappropriate content since Christmas.
Were you flashing yourself again? Seriously? fat chest hair. You just can't contain it, eh?
Hey, man. That's sexy, and I know it.
I know.
But yeah, no, I still don't. Other than that,
That's crazy.
I've sent them 3 emails saying, this is ridiculous. Like,
It is.
so now if I look at my StreamYard compared to, or not StreamYard, sorry, Studio compared to my real numbers, it says that I should be at 1,700 subscribers.
Okay.
I'm 1,000. They've taken 1,000 away from me.
That's crazy. Yeah.
And all that I do is come on here to help others.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Like, I was going to try to go live the other day. I took my drone up for the first time, and it would not let me. It wanted me to enter my license number.
Oh.
Well, it's like, you know what? Yes, I'm running without a license right now, but so yeah, they wouldn't let me go live whenever I was doing it. But hey, I had fun.
I have.
We've had Kyle and I bought like $30 drones, which are garbage, and we bought $100 and some drone. Still garbage. And then between Mr. Jim and Jesse and Lisa and Debbie and the kids, I got like the Cadillac. I
Nice.
tell you what, this thing is freaking amazing.
Nice.
It goes 5,000 meters up, and I can go out 2 miles.
Qu'est-ce que c'est meters?
Yards. So I think it's both roughly about 3 feet.
Okay.
So 15,000 feet.
Okay.
Somehow gotcha. I don't get how you can go up that high with a little drone myself.
That's pretty cool.
Well, that's a little crazy if you ask me, because you're into, like, yes, the drone will do it, but you're into flight. You're into flight plans.
We should hook up like a sea container, because I've got my John Deere and you've got your drone. We should head over to Ukraine and we could
You know what? I'm sorry. Please, chat. I'm going to say something here. If you're, plug your ears. I don't have the balls to be in the Ukraine. To see those farmers hooking their chains up to these tanks and pulling them down the frickin' road, those guys, I'm sorry, they're men.
Oh man, I'd be stocking my garage filled with I got a T80, T72, whatever.
Like, for the president to go, or whatever he is, prime minister, president, you have free taxes for every tank you take out of service and put in your front lawn.
I know. I'm like,
so they torch the inside so it's no good, and then they just set it on their front lawn. It's like a trophy.
I'd be like
oh yeah, like I just cannot. Like, man, those guys, they're real men. And those are farmers. They don't have flak jackets. They don't have helmets on. They got their ball caps on, and they're like, woohoo, watch me. It's like, holy crap. Call me silly, but yeah, no, total respect for those men. Yeah. I wish I'd like to believe I could do something like that. I just don't know.
But yeah, you never know until you're put in that situation.
Absolutely, Jody.
Yeah.
And I look back at my heritage, and it's a mix between the Ukraine and Germany. So I have a little bit of them in me, not a whole lot. I'm more German. But Uh, said, honey, it's hard for me to type right now. Let's check the arms. Oh, there's no problem, Charles. If you just have to sit there, my friend, and enjoy the fellowship, so be it. Yeah, everybody knows you're here. If you just want to type hello or whatever, you do what you need to do.
Yeah.
You know what, Kareen? I was thinking the same thing. Balls of steel. Yep. Those guys are real men over there.
Mine are only rubber hanging off the back of my pickup truck.
If you sit on them, you
those on my pickup truck, but
Well, you do live in Quebec, buddy.
Yeah.
Now, you aren't from Quebec, I'll give you that. You're from the good province of Ontario.
Shh. Don't tell people that.
Sorry.
Yeah. How do you like your hydro payments anyway?
Well, you'd never know around this house. Actually, you know what? I got to say, my hydro payments are 50% of my neighbor right next door.
Oh, what are you doing?
I have no idea. Well, no, they're not teenagers anymore. They're 24 and 22 girls.
Are they living outside the house?
Oh yeah, they're back home.
Okay.
And I tell you what, I'm going to start charging them hydro, not rent.
Yeah.
Hydro.
Yeah.
Because it's every single light on. So I know the last one leaves at about 7:48 in the morning.
Okay.
I get up at 7:50 and turn the whole house off.
Oh
yeah, every single light on in the house. Sometimes the TV's going.
I think until people start paying their own bills and like actually having stuff that they have to pay in the way of bills and that sort of stuff, they don't grasp the concept of how much it actually costs to.
Well, and it's an unfortunate situation that the kids are not going to be able to own homes. It's the way it's going right now.
It's crazy.
So thank goodness, if nothing changes in Ontario, my little buddy, the baboon, has decided that he is going to fight Sparkle Socks, and he's going to cut the carbon tax. So, and I actually got into a friendly debate about why they're clamping so hard in Canada when our green energy or whatever is at a negative. So we're actually helping the U.S. pull up that they're not polluting as much.
Well,
it's just because we're larger than the U.S. Now, not even close to population-wise, but land mass, we're bigger than the U.S.
We're 1/10 of the size, but we have a bigger land mass.
Well, we have more lakes and rivers in Canada than the rest of the world put together.
The problem is those who come up with the research say that we are actually carbon positive because of forest fires and beetles and all this other stuff that creates carbon because of our forests.
Back in the day, though, Darren, they used to burn. We're not allowed to do that anymore.
No, which is a problem because we've just noticed that here in the past weekend when we almost lost our property because of a forest fire is there needs to be more controlled burns and other stuff where, I think this is like a really deep discussion you could go into, but I think that people have influenced nature so much that when we talk about we need to have a hands-off nature so nature can do its own thing. The problem is we've done so much already that
it's too late.
We are at the point where we need to do stuff to create positive situations in nature, because again, we've already done so much that there is no secluded island where nature just does its own thing anymore. Humans have had too much influence on everything. So
absolutely. And I can remember that as young adults, I'm going to say young teenagers, we would burn like an acre at a time in a pine forest. Okay, I think they only let us do it whenever we were about 14. So 14 to 19, we had the smarts that we could do a controlled burn in a pine forest, and it wouldn't get away from us. And the only thing we had was a 500-gallon tank on the truck, and that's the only water we had. But whenever we went out to do it, there was zero wind, and it was normally after we had just got a little bit of a shower so that it would smolder more than it went into flames.
And I think people have forgotten too that fire in nature is natural. We need fire for seed propagation. After burns, there's you're looking at a whole new growth of not only mushrooms but other stuff as well. So
wildlife, even
when we try and stop those forest fires, it's good and bad. There has to be good fires where we control it now, rather than watching it get out of hand.
Yeah. Oh, and that's 100% correct. And it's actually ironic. Whenever I was it the day? Yes, the day after I had dinner with Remy, there was an arson right beside my mother-in-law's apartment building. They burnt the whole. Somebody threw a match. Now, we didn't see anybody throw a match. It's just I looked out her window 1 minute, looked up at the mountain, and the next minute I look over, and I'm talking like literally within 5 minutes. I looked over to 10-foot flames heading towards houses.
It's crazy how fast it can go.
That's it.
Especially when you have sort of a boreal forest that hasn't been looked after. It hasn't had a forest fire in a while. It hasn't had anyone clean up after it. It hasn't had any management taken place on it.
Yeah.
It's scary.
So, it was actually quite it was a crazy trip.
Yeah.
I knew there'd be snow. I didn't know there was going to be that much snow. And to pull up to, I don't know if I did a short on YouTube. I think it may be in one of my videos. But I did a short on TikTok. And I'm like, this is crazy. Like, there's still, over by the Dairy Queen, there's still 12 to 15 feet of snow. That's crazy. I looked out our window from where we were staying at the hotel. And yeah, I bet you if Remy went there today, and this is 2 weeks later, and they've had warm weather, I bet you there's still great big snowbanks.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. Oh, it was snowing on Friday. You arrived there. So, yeah, Remy left. It was snowing. I came in, and like the mountain was white, and everybody in Campbellton judges everything on the mountain. Whenever Debbie and them were younger, they couldn't wear shorts until there was no more snow on the mountain. So just to piss my mother-in-law off, I wore shorts down. First thing that came out of her mouth, she walked me over to the window and she said, "There's still snow on that mountain." And I'm like, "Yep." And I'm like, "I'm from Ontario. I wear I wear shorts in February."
I know. I'm like, as soon as I can get into shorts and flip-flops, I'm done. Like,
yeah,
that's it.
Oh, that's it. Like, I hate wearing socks, and I will only wear socks during the winter or in a business meeting.
Yeah.
That's it. But yeah. Remy, if you want to come up, brother, you come ahead up. There's enough room. Darren will move over.
Oh yeah.
We got lots of time. I know it's late down there. It's almost past your bedtime, but
I know it's like 9:30. It's already my bedtime, but
well, it's 10:30 for Remy though.
Bridget went to bed about an hour ago because she had like a rough few weeks while I was away. It's crazy. She dealt with the forest fire, dealt with all the animals, and it was like, oh,
yeah.
Thankfully, I'm back now.
Have you ever discussed what you would do in the case of a forest fire?
I don't hear you.
How about now?
But now, can
turn up your volume?
Something on my end, probably.
Well, I'm going to say because we can hear it. Well, I'm going to say because we can hear
it. No, we haven't discussed forest fires too much. One of the things we are doing.
You hear me fine, but I don't hear you.
We can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you fine. You're good and loud.
Where's the...
We're going to start clearing more of the bush at the back and our pines at the back. We're going to create
I'll go back and come back in because I don't hear a thing.
Okay.
What the hell, Remy? So, yeah, we're going to make some more breaks and that kind of thing to kind of prevent the forest fires. We're also continuing to work on greening up our property so it's not dry and that kind of thing.
Hey, Kendra.
Our thing when I was down in London when the forest fire hit out the back here.
Oh, I can't imagine the stress.
I felt so helpless. It was brutal. So
I saw the picture she was putting up, and you could almost hear the like, you know. Like I know there's a language barrier to start with, petit peu, but
it was crazy because I already had a couple drinks and I was down in London, and I'm like, it's no way like a 9-hour drive home.
Yeah.
And I've already had a couple drinks because I was out with clients and stuff, and I'm like, there's no way I can make it home to do anything. So
I'm going to tell you, we actually had a discussion over a few beverages the other night about what are we going to do with our Highlands if Rob ever has issues. If there's a forest fire.
Lady down the road that actually offered her trailer and stuff, but it's you got to be able to actually herd the cows into the trailer,
and they're not going to come if they smell smoke and whatever. They're not going to be cooperative.
So the plan was basically open the gates and
let them go. Yeah. So that's what we had said. What they're going to do is open the gates and start herding towards my house. And we're very fortunate that there's houses on either side that either the girls are going to go in, but we're just scared about Barney. 2,500-pound bull. Yes, he's bigger, a big friggin' teddy bear. But if he doesn't know you, he's going to protect his ladies.
Yeah.
So,
Remy, how are you doing tonight?
Oh, not bad, not bad. Kids free.
Good.
Kids are over at my in-laws.
Nice.
My girlfriend is sleeping. We have a rooster that we don't want to put out in the back because of what happened last year. It's supposed to move in the next 24 to 48 hours. I have everything planned out. It's just a matter of how the weather is going to be tomorrow. The barn is moving to my buddy Sal's property, so the rooster is going to go with it. But for now, because we don't want the neighbors to hear it, it's actually in our garage, and the garage is right next to my bedroom window.
nice.
So I hear the rooster about every day from 4:30 to like 8 in the morning. So my girlfriend needs a rest, and she's sleeping.
Yeah. We
So
might
what was
actually harvest our one rooster due to the situation that happened the day you left.
Oh yeah. Oh, you had to put him down?
I think we're going to. So.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I feel bad. It was because of me.
What? No, it wasn't because of you.
Well, yeah, I'm the one who brought the rooster there.
No.
Oh no. You gave him a bad rooster?
No, I brought one from Hickory Croft.
Yeah.
And I was stopping at Darren's place for the night because it was a 12-hour drive, so I was splitting the drive in half.
His cock was acting up.
Hey, I'll wait with your future wife. Be careful what you say.
Touche. Touche.
So they have a rooster. Well, that rooster was alone in another little coop, and they took the rooster when it was dark and put it with the other chickens, so I could put my 3 chickens in there. And when I wake up this morning, just grab the chickens and go. And I can still see Bridget coming out of the coop with the rooster in her hands, blood all over the rooster. I'm like, oh no. And I was
it was funny because they got along before, no problem, and then like 0 issues whatsoever.
Night, Jody.
Then we actually separated them so we could actually start collecting the eggs that we wanted, and get the actual Chanticleer eggs and that sort of thing. But then when we go to put the roosters back together after they've been separated, suddenly now they don't get along. So, yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, because we have 3 roosters, and they get along like brothers.
As what we figured is, as long as the roosters are together or grown up together or don't have any ladies, they're okay. But once you separate them, or once they have ladies that are theirs, as soon as they get separated and then put back together, then you'll run into issues.
Yeah, they're real
matches. Yeah. The one rooster, it actually took us to physically give him a boot in the arse. He would have, if he had eggs inside of him, they would have all been broken.
Yeah.
But he was starting to chase the kids.
Okay, yeah.
And he wanted to be dominant on the kids as well. Well, I was able to get to Rob's granddaughter, and I scooped her into my arms, and there's no way in hell he was going to come anywhere near her. And her father happened to be right beside me. He stepped across, and it was just like a football. And that thing let out a squat. But you know what? Best rooster we ever have now.
Yeah.
He learned his lesson.
Yeah.
You cross the line. You leave humans alone.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's crazy because I've always had that kind of conversation with a number of people where I was in the horse industry for a while. And, if you punch a horse or touch a horse in any way, there are some people that would freak out. However, if you've ever been around horses and see what they do to each other, you're like, you can't even come close to hurting a horse the way horses hurt each other with bites and kicks and that kind of stuff. It's like,
so they have 3 Belgians over there now, because Rob's son-in-law, his dad owns Belgians.
okay,
And there's 3 of them over there right now. And yeah, like you say, he'll come up. The one will come up that doesn't. He's the oldest fella. He's kind of there for a good time. Till his day's done. He gets pampered, but he'll come up to the young ones, and he'll bite them right in the arse.
oh,
Like, he'll come in and he'll snap right on the back of its, like, right into the tendon, and he'll just stomp. And it's like, we're sitting there looking, going, ow!
and that's a hospital visit for a human.
Oh,
Like,
oh, absolutely.
you're done.
But they love humans.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, they sit there and pick on one another all freaking day. Or if one's sleeping, it'll go over and hit it like a bucket.
Yeah.
Horses are not. Everybody says, "Oh, horses are so nice and cute." No, a horse can be a nasty beast.
Yeah. They need to know that your personal space is your personal space. That's it.
Yeah, we can go up to them, no problem. But like, I never once seen our cows do that. Yeah, some of the girls will horn the other one, but if you look and assess the situation, a lot of times the calf is right near that other mama, and she doesn't want her calf near her.
Yeah.
So she'll go over and she'll give her a little bump with her horn.
Yeah.
But it's not hard.
No.
It's just to let her know that, yo, that's my baby. Yeah. Back off.
But
that's what you need, Remy.
But what we consider hard for them is like,
that's it.
Oh, thanks for getting that itch for me.
Yeah. So, remember I told you that we got the garlic salt?
Me?
Oh, no. Darren.
Me?
Okay.
When?
The last time that we chatted that you were probably drinking your homemade moonshine?
Yeah. That's why the look on my face, like, I don't remember this conversation.
Anyways, you know how flies get into the girls. Well, you have a boy too because you're 100% Highland, but the flies get in underneath their coat and they lay the eggs and whatever.
Yeah.
You're going to see a video coming out. Well, I've already put one out on starting. I tell you what, it works. These salt blocks are not that much more. Like, I'm talking $2 to $3 more. They're infused with garlic.
Oh, wow.
And the flies, the larvae, can't stand the smell of the garlic coming off the girls, and they leave them alone.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. So I want to do one more test. I am fully in support. I did have a company reached out to me. They played me like a fiddle. They wanted me to buy half a trailer load of salt blocks. I said, well, I don't know who you think I am, but thanks, but I can't afford, $60,000 worth of salt blocks. I'll start out at 5 blocks. But yeah, no. Seriously, the mosquitoes and everything, they're hovering all around them. They won't land on the girls.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I want to make sure that. Yeah. Well, actually, you guys have. It's not TSC now. It's what is it? Shop. I believe it's a Quebec company that took it over.
TSC went Peavy Mart. But
yes, Pivamart. Yes.
Yeah, we don't have any in Quebec. So that's why I just did all my shopping in Ontario. I got pitchforks and I got like chicken waters and tons of stuff.
Okay. Well, the next time you're coming up,
yeah.
I think because the first time I bought them, I wanted it to be on my terms, and I wasn't going to be owing anybody anything, so I went out and paid full price for them. And what did I get? Four or five blocks for
$31.
For $31.
That's not bad at all.
No. Now Barney pretty much ate one himself. Who's going to tell that big boy no? Whenever we were putting it out, Rob was taping it, and I'm like, I feel, and I was like bent over with my butt up in the air. and
okay, too much information.
Well, no, it gets better.
No, I don't want to hear anymore.
Barney starts coming over with a trot. I'm like, whoa, time for me to get the hell out of here. He's far too big for me. So, yeah. But it's something to look at for if you know of.
Check that out.
Maybe your mom and dad are coming down, or you're coming back up to the cottage.
Yeah.
They don't always have it in stock, though.
Okay.
So I'll private message you the manufacturer, because I'm not going to release it just yet.
Okay.
I'm going to try to get a sponsorship.
Nice.
And because you're the only other one that I know up here, I'll see if I can get you added into it as well.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Why not? You know? Like, especially with our girls. They got long hair. Like, flies are attracted to them.
Yeah.
Rob figures it's going to save us about $300.
And
because we're not going to have to get that spray stuff this year. Okay. And I don't like to put it on. I don't like to put it on them anyway.
I hate that. Like,
so
seeing them with the flies and stuff, and then I don't want to use a spray on them. I'm like,
no, but I don't want to see them go crazy over the flies either.
No, exactly.
Like, they just rub themselves raw.
Yeah.
So, yes, there you go. Little homestead on the beach. That's Marilyn, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, she puts garlic in her rabbit food.
So the rabbits are pre-season too?
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I'll let you know whenever I butcher my cow. My calf.
I don't put garlic in our steaks, though. Maybe I should, but I don't.
Gonna have them now.
Nice. Speaking of which, I forgot to take some out of the freezer for tomorrow. I want to do a good dinner because I've been going around Ontario, eating out the entire time.
You have moose. You have moose meat there.
That's right, too.
Nice moose roast.
Oh, maybe tomorrow we'll have moose.
Now you're talking.
Yeah.
Hey, Shane.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Nice moose roast.
Yeah. No. Well, I think, you brought us some steaks and burger.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
A few steaks. A few good steaks.
Nice. Yeah.
You see, you do a dry rub. I put a little bit of red wine on mine.
Marilyn brought us some dry rub as well, so we're gonna have to test that out. And gin, some really, I forget what it was, but 2 bottles of gin that were. I can't wait to get into them. Bridget didn't get into them yet, but she's saving it for us, so I'm like, maybe tomorrow night we'll get into it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Moose meat and gin. Ooh, sounds like a good night to me.
Hey, any night's a good night.
But yeah, no, it's coming to show that putting garlic with
That's awesome.
They deter the flies enough that they don't come near.
Nice.
And so I want to put one in with our pigs as well.
Yeah.
You know, is it going to help eliminate flies and fly larvae in the pig pen?
That would be good.
You know, like I said, it's over half the price of the original people that wanted to sponsor me, but then seemed to disappear. And what happened is they started sponsoring U.S. channels only.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a struggle with Canadian YouTube.
Well, and that's what, you know, that's why actually I was hoping that you'd come up, and if there's any, I know Shane's new to YouTube. Let him know what we had talked about with using that hashtag.
Yep, Canadian homesteaders.
Yeah. So Shane, what we had talked about is everybody, all the Canadian homesteaders now are actually going to use that hashtag in all our videos, so that if anybody's searching from Canada, you know, you'll see. I don't think he's in here today, but normally in Remy's lives, you'll see Patrick. I believe it's Cote.
Yeah.
Anyways, Patrick.
Yeah.
He spent many times trying to search Canadian homesteaders. Well, it would throw him down to Oklahoma. Well, like you said, I want to know about snow and how you guys feed your animals and whatever and grow your gardens. In Canada, I don't care about Oklahoma that, you know, get that much snow a year. I want to talk about 3-4 feet of snow, you know, or in Remy's case, 10 feet of snow.
Yeah.
And minus 40s.
Yeah, you know, and minus 40. So, you know, how do you guys keep laying? Like, I have a lot of U.S. friends that cannot figure out how our farm can lay the same amount of eggs in the middle of February as the middle of July. We don't do anything different, except we have warm water.
And we have chickens that are adapted to our climate.
That's it. Mm-hmm. That's it. So, you know, whenever somebody's trying to look for a Canadian homesteader, so, you know, I'm just trying to help you out here, Shane, and Rochelle as well. Canadian homesteaders with an S. Put the S in, because that's what everybody's putting in now.
And we also have a Facebook group page
yes.
on Facebook, Canadian Homesteading YouTubers, where we help each other out. We know, like, we come up with new subjects and stuff like that, and try to help each other on the long run, not just, you know, short term, but long term. We'll try to work together and find some solutions to put the Canadians out there. Because
so, speaking of solutions, I just found out the latest information on the whole bird flu and stuff like that. So I found out the difference between the bird flu and the swine flu. So one requires treatment and the other requires ointment.
Hang on. I got something for that. Hang on.
I've had like dad jokes all night, and it's just like,
yeah, like, what's up with that? Like, on Facebook all night long, I've seen you post stuff like that.
He's been posting since he got home.
Yeah.
It's just been one after the other after the other. I know he's blowing my Facebook page up.
It's like, I'm back.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and that's it, Rochelle. I'm just trying to give you, another little thing that we had talked about and we're using. So if everybody's on the same page, I'm sorry, you do a lot of gardening and the rest of it. You're yes and no. Look up the definition of a homesteader is that you grow meat or food. You do. Mm-hmm. You can, right? You preserve. No, you're more of a homesteader than you think you are.
Mm-hmm. I had someone call me a hobby farmer the other week, and I'm like, I don't have the money to be a hobby farmer.
No. But you don't have to be. Nowhere in the thing does it say that a homesteader has to grow meat. It's a blanket. You grow food. You preserve food. So you got 2 out of 3 right there. The only thing you don't do is raise meat.
Mm-hmm. But if you do the modern stuff and you grow your meat in a petri dish.
I thought you canned, Rochelle. My bad. Oh, you freeze and dehydrate. Tomato. But, I don't know. Yeah, exactly. That's preserving. So, don't sell yourself short. You've got more than one direction.
Isn't that a band? Like a teen band?
Is it?
Boys band?
Yeah, I think that's a boys band.
All right, can we sing some songs?
No.
No, I don't have enough wine in me either.
Could put it on, but then you might get flagged for playing another music.
Who cares?
You don't want to listen to that music anyway.
No, I know.
I'm pretty sure Remy could sing us a little something if he grabbed
That's what I'm thinking.
Guitar.
He's got the younger.
He's got the skills.
Kids.
Yeah, but that's not in my repertoire.
Maybe he'll even do the moves, Darren.
I know.
Now you're asking for a lot. Have
So,
you seen the video about when that spring arrived? My dance moves, like, they're pretty basics.
Yeah, actually, that's true, eh? You sing pretty good, but you dance, no.
Yeah. I know.
We do have room, freezing, canning. Absolutely, Heather Lynn. And I'm sorry, I'm not one of these tinfoil hat, the world's going to end tomorrow kind of people. But just look at your surroundings. Formula. We haven't seen that in Canada yet. But, you guys are hitting it hard down there. And of course, all that they hear is shortage, and now everybody's hoarding, which is actually going to cause more of an issue. Mm-hmm. But, cars up here, try to get a brand new car up here. Good luck. We were very fortunate to get Debbie's car. It was dropped off the dealership on Saturday. I bought it Monday. So they were open an hour before I walked in and bought it. And I tried to dicker with the guy, and he laughed at me. He said, son, if you don't buy it, there's going to be somebody walk through those doors within 3 hours to buy it.
Yeah, it's the same in my industry. If you see it on the shelf, you buy it. Because if you call, another store, or if you go to try and visit another store to get a better price, you're not getting it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, do you work for one particular manufacturer?
We represent a bunch of manufacturers.
Okay.
So, yeah. But it's the same as everywhere. Stuff is, it's coming, but it's, it's on back order, and most manufacturers aren't given ETAs on stuff. It's basically when you get it, you get it.
All right, Marilyn, you have a good night. And have fun with your video. And we will see you next Thursday on Procrastination Thursday, or in 2 weeks. I do my Saturday nights every 2 weeks. On my off week, Daz does his. Daz doesn't want to do every Saturday, and neither do I, because I'm already doing Thursday. So it works out for the two of us. Well, look at that. We have royalty walking in here. Bar Run Forge. G'day, Troy. Yes, you do Saturday nights every week, brother. So do I. But I only do it in front of a camera. Well, camera that everybody can see. Every second Saturday. But yeah, no, and it's quite ironic now, Darren. I actually got talking to a friend of mine who's in retail.
Okay.
And now that they're starting to free up some ships, once they get back to China, now it's a bidding war. Who's going to get their product to North America?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if it's coming to Canada or the US. What they said is, when, if you want to get it to North America, we're going to go to this port. So, yeah. It's crazy.
Welcome to globalization, folks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Buy local, support your local farmers, grow some food, raise some food.
Unfortunately, you
create your own supply chain.
You can't shop local anymore. I know we can't here anyways, because they open up at 11 o'clock in the morning and they all close by 4:30.
Yeah.
Well, I'm okay because, due to my health issues, I'm home during the day. Yeah. But a normal working family, they cannot they cannot shop local because it's 10 times the markup, because they're only open for 5 hours a day.
Yeah.
And that's sad. Like, there's some wonderful shops here that could, small town shops that could do some pretty good business. They don't even open up Saturdays.
Yeah.
Well, Saturday's my family time. You're only open for 5 hours a day during the week. You got family time then. Like,
it was amazing because
business.
I was in Ontario for 2 weeks, for the last 2 weeks, and I was like trying to find a butter churn. So a butter churn, you would think, like, who makes that? Who sells that anymore? So I looked in antique stores. I stopped by Amish stores. I stopped by everywhere, and no one had anything. But not only that, I was looking for other stuff as well, like anything that I could use on our homestead going forward. So I was looking for tons of other stuff. And unfortunately, Saturday, Sunday were some of the only days some of those places were open. They weren't open the other days. Other times, Sunday, they were not open. It was like, okay, you don't have a website. You're not open when it's actually convenient for most people.
Yeah.
It's I was just like, okay, I'd like to buy local. I want to support you guys. You're not open, and you don't have a website where I can buy from you. If you have a retail store or a business and all that, you need to make it easy for people to spend money with you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
That's it.
So my whole thing on that is, they don't want to be open. Well, that's fine. Then
I get
put
that.
your stuff up online so at least people can order it and have it shipped to their house.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I've had more than one of my residents get quite perturbed at me because I do a lot of purchasing through Amazon.
Yep.
But I can turn around and place an order with Amazon Saturday night, and I'll have it first thing Sunday or Monday morning.
Yeah.
I can't even get to the local store by then, to see if they even have it in stock.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's sad, unfortunately.
And
people can say, well, you don't know yes, I do know the ins and outs of owning a business. I ran my own business for 13 years. We also sell Bridget stuff online. It's like, you need to, if you own a business or you want to make money, make it easy for people to spend their money with you. That's it. That's all.
It's easy to at least give the people one night a week or one day, like Thursday night we're open late, or Saturday morning we're open, until 12. You're not losing the whole day, and you're not going crazy every weeknight, and that way people can actually go and buy the stuff.
Yeah.
It's a very easy solution, but every business that I've ever owned, any of my employees were told customer service is paramount.
Yeah.
I've seen me whenever I had a battery store. I had the large, like right from 18-wheeler batteries right through to watch batteries. I've had calls at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Man, I'm really stuck. I don't care how much you charge me for a service call. I need you to go to the store, get this battery, and meet me here. Make sure it's fully charged. I'm like, well, all my batteries are fully charged. He's like, well, he said, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to give you $100 for a service call. You make extra money. And so what? It put me out. So one night I had a crappy sleep. How many people did he send my way? Jeez. Whenever Scott had that store, blah, 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 he was great to deal with. Well, I also did a good business. I thank God, looking back, I did what I did. I stayed with my full-time job, because then we found out about my health issues, and I'd be in a world of hurt right now if I didn't stay with long-term disability, and thank God I have that, because I don't know how these folks can do it off of ODSP, and like they're giving $900 or $1,000 a month for groceries, a vehicle, and an apartment. You can't even get a vehicle gas insurance nowadays for $1,000, let alone your apartment. It's sad. It's so sad where it's going. Hey, Mike. You know, yeah, like Troy said, they ordered a new sound system for their church in September, and they still have not got it.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
Wasn't it you, Darren, that was talking about you guys had some stuff on order for like 2 years? I think.
Yeah, we have some back orders with some suppliers, 2 years, and that's like, yeah, that and it's not, that's kind of, I wouldn't say it's the norm, but it's how things are going. Like, so again, if you see it in store and you want it, you better buy it.
So, how do I say this without getting flagged and kicked off totally? Pew-pews.
Yeah.
Pew-pew innards.
Yep.
That go boom.
Yep.
Somebody was saying there's a major shortage on that coming down the line very soon.
There has been for quite a while. So ever since the whole thing started, basically, if you're reloading, no, it's not happening right now. You have Vista, which is the owner of several big brands, where they're not even taking back orders right now on primers. They are using all their primers to make actual product. So if you're trying to reload, good luck.
Okay. So it is true then.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It, just the one young lad I overheard saying that today, actually in Canadian Tire. And I was like, nah, I think you're just selling him full of, you know what?
No. If you see primers and you're able to get primers, count yourself lucky.
Grab it. Okay. I'll let a few guys know then.
Yeah.
Because that's, coming up to hunting season here.
Yeah, and that's the thing is a lot of the hunting ammo too, it's because the back orders that started back in 2000. So what happened in 2000 is you saw more and more people actually getting into the shooting sports and that kind of thing in the US and Canada. So the industry basically exploded with new people getting into it. Okay. So all the companies just tried to expand just to keep up with the demand from that. And then we go into the situation that happened, and suddenly now supplies are hard to get, raw materials are hard to get. So then, those two situations just compound, and it's just like, and then retailers, dealers start ordering more stuff to try and get ahead of the game. And, so basically you have major manufacturers who are focused on making the most popular stuff that sells right now. So again, like I said, primers, they're using it to make actual product rather than selling the parts thereof.
Now, wouldn't it be worth somebody's while to set up like a manufacturing plant in Canada?
Yes. However, you have two things against you. You have the government, where regulations are so extreme that trying to set something up like that is a major hurdle. You also have insurance, where trying to get insurance to provide that is, again, a major hurdle. So the cost up front to set up a facility to do that, you're looking at years before you even make that investment back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Mike at No Parts Garage said, the same way here, you can buy a tractor, but you can't buy any attachments for the tractors there. See, and we're not seeing that up here yet.
Not yet. And I recently bought the bale spear for my John Deere, and they told me it would be 8 months before I saw it. And it was about, I want to say 4 months. So I was a little surprised when it came. There are still a lot of dealers that have some inventory, which is nice to see. But you'll probably pay a lot more than you have before for that.
It seems to be a lot of aftermarket attachments that are available.
Yeah.
Like you won't get, if you buy a green tractor, you're not necessarily going to have a green attachment. You're going to have an attachment that fits on your green machine. But hey, Chuck. But yeah, no, it's, I hate to be doom and gloom, but it's almost like, like when's this going to stop?
It's going to take a while, I think, based on what we've been seeing.
That's it. Like,
yeah.
I just get so frustrated whenever, you see Sparkle Socks handing out money left, right, and center. And, life is nothing but a box of box of chocolates, whatever. When, in essence, we're paying anywhere from $10 to $12 a gallon for diesel. And trust me, that hurts a farmer.
Yeah.
And try to fertilize your crops this year.
Yeah, when I've filled up my little compact John Deere with diesel lately.
Yeah.
And it hurts. So I can't imagine what actual farmers are going through filling up all their tractors.
Trust me, go ahead.
I was going to say I had my buddy's father come in today to till my garden, and I mean, he came 2 years ago, and when I asked him how much I owed him, he said, "Well, how much do you think it's worth?" I'm like, "I don't know, $40, $30." He's like, "Okay, give me $30 and it'll be fine." So I gave him 40. Last year, he came over and he's like, "Okay, well, how much did you give me last year?" I don't remember. I'm like, "Well, I gave you 40." He said, "All right, well, 40 is good." So I gave him 60. And today he was here. He kind of came short notice because he was busy, and he's like, "Okay, you want me to go just next weekend or you want me to go now?" I'm like, "Well, I would love for you to come now because in a week from now it might be, too far down the line because I have some stuff that I want to plant now."
Yeah.
So he came over. He did a little bit bigger than what I'm used to have. And when I asked him how much I owed him, he's like, "Well, how much did you give me last year?" I'm like, "Well, $60. He's like, "All right, give me $60. So I give him $80. And he's like, "You don't think that's too much?" I'm like, "Man, like the way that the gas is going up, that's cheap. I can't even go and rent the machine. Like I can't even put gas in my car and go get the machine for that price."
That's right.
And I don't even have to do the work.
Yeah.
So of course it's not too much. Like, I mean, I don't mind.
Yeah.
Like I can't even imagine him coming over here. It's about maybe 10 minutes with a tractor, but he's still using his gas, to get here. His time.
So that's it. We turned one of the fields and planted. So he did he roughed it up. He didn't really plow it, but roughed it up, planted, and he went through 3 tanks of fuel. So need I say any more? And that's just a small, like last year he took all his proceeds from the cash crop and dumped it into building the new maple syrup shack that he did. This year he's gonna, like I was talking to his wife, which is Rob's daughter. I'm like, he's going to be lucky to break even. She's like, Scott, that's what we're praying for, is that he makes $1,000 to give him some play money. But it honestly, it's getting to the point where fertilizer is tripled in price since last year. Every single farmer that I know has went and cut their fertilizing by a third, just to try to combat. And like they said, they're taking a chance. If we have a bad bug season, they're screwed. It's and try to afford crop insurance now.
I had to laugh. I don't know if you guys seen, but if you've watched Jeremy Clarkson, who used to be one of the 3 guys on Top Gear.
Okay, yeah.
So he bought himself a farm. So it's Jeremy Clarkson's Farm or something like that.
Okay.
It is such a great series to watch. Like what he does, what he goes through, everything he puts into it. But at the end of the first year, he's basically like, okay, so everything I did, at the end of the year, I made 416 pounds. So like,
yep,
$100 Canadian.
Yep.
It's like just crazy. And that's what,
so this year, he's going to make his money. So we have one person from Quebec that buys all the excess calves we have. He raises them and then sells them in the fall for butcher stock. He lives out near, is it Saint Anne?
Okay.
Between here and Montreal, maybe? Or between here and Quebec City. Anyways, around Saint Anne. And he came and he actually paid above market for them. He gave us $9.50 a calf.
That's good.
Which is very, very good. Hey, Ange. Angie, you guys all right up there? Did you guys weather this big storm? If you want, you can jump up. We got more than enough room here. Hopefully, I'm praying you guys made it.
They survived, not too much damage, but sounds like a bunch of trees and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
But we're going to cut those trees, like I told Mike. Free labor. They got lucky. They made the most out of it, I guess. We're going to cut down those trees anyway. They got. I'm just hoping it didn't do any damage to the house.
No damage to their place, which is good to hear.
Okay.
So,
yeah. Well, like I said, there's so many barns and tool sheds and like machine sheds. I haven't heard of any livestock barns being damaged yet. Now I'll probably know more by morning. We're fine. The farm, we didn't even fall a tree. The good Lord was looking after our farm. My house, I've got a little bit of damage. I should be able to get it for about $1,000. Should be able to fix it up. So, which, again, we're all safe, healthy.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Other stuff can be fixed.
Absolutely. I got to fix the side of the house.
Yeah.
And my neighbor's tree came down on my clothesline. And I think he broke my pole. So, they're a young couple. He's actually from Missouri. Met his wife in Vancouver. And then they moved back here. So they have small little kids. He was beside himself. And I'm like, dude, I'm not worried about it. You need to chill too. You're going to give yourself a heart attack. I'm like, it is what it is. Your house is fine. My house is fine. All my gardens are fine. Just chill. We'll look at it in the morning. Oh, I kind of want to fix it now. And I'm like, well, physically I can't. I've been outside all day in the garden trying to get the gardens ready. I said, I can't do it. But I said, just chill. We'll look at it in the morning. But he was just, he was beside himself. And I'm like, dude, there's trees. Yeah, there's dead trees. We should have taken them out last year. We didn't. You know what? That's on you and on me. So let's take it out tomorrow and then we don't have to worry about it. He's like, oh my God, like you're a cool neighbor. Like, no, I've just learned that don't sweat the little shit. Oops. Don't sweat the petit poo-poo. But, like seriously, it's just not worth it. But, it's sad to be a farmer this time of year. And I just pray to God that we have a little bit of rain this year, that the bugs and the infestations don't start. Because if they do, there's going to be a lot of devastation around farming. And you know what? Whenever the small farms close, we're in trouble. So we started out with 3 pigs this year. 1 for Rob, 1 for Josh, and 1 for me. We're up to 9 pigs already. $4.50 a pound. Seems to be the going rate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we did 2 pigs last year. This year we're doing 3 just to make sure we have enough stocked away.
Yeah. So my family doesn't eat pork. I do. Debbie will eat pork chops. She does enjoy pork chops every now and again. But for some reason, the 2 girls will not. Kyle will. But whatever I don't use, I'm just going to grind up and use in my smoked sausage. And I really should be doing a batch of that, but I'm almost too late now. I got to wait till the fall. Because I don't want to be smoking now.
If you're doing a cold smoke, it's too hot. Yeah.
So I wanted to get 1 batch in this fall or this spring, but again, like we were talking today, a bunch of us, we've lost spring. We go from winter to summer. Like, what was it? I guess the week before I went down to New Brunswick, we were below 0 3 or 4 nights that week. And the Wednesday, actually the night that Remy and I went out for dinner, I went back up to my room, and I wasn't up to the room maybe an hour and a half, and the girls called me, or actually they called their mom, and they're like, how do we turn on the central air? She's like, what do you need that on for? They're like, Mom, it's 36 degrees. So we're like, oh, all right, well, go into mode and blah, 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 blah. And we got them central air, but yeah, it's
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, we don't have 4 seasons anymore. We go from winter, summer, winter, with a little bypass on either side.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah,
I know
same thing happens in the fall.
Yeah.
I remember going moose hunting a couple of years back. On Tuesday, we couldn't even go out. It was like 35 degrees Celsius. Like, even if we kill moose, like, we're not going to save the meat. It's going to get lost. So might as well stay in the trailer and drink a few drinks and And then on Friday, the morning that we harvested our moose, it was snowing 4 days apart, plus 35 and snow. It's like I said, there's no in between. It's just from one end to the other.
All right,
That's
guys,
it.
I'm crashing. I'm gonna call it a night.
All right, buddy.
So good talking to you guys.
You have a great night.
Yeah, we'll talk to you
And,
soon, eh?
well, yeah, I will definitely be in touch with you about maybe doing a co-sponsorship
Cool.
if they're looking at doing a couple Canadian channels. You're the only other one that I know that has Highland cattle.
Awesome. Sounds good.
And we might as well start with us and then work out from there.
Sounds good.
All right, buddy.
Take care, guys.
Toodles. So were you able to get your garden planted today or just tilled and?
No, I was gone to harvest fiddleheads, and then I wasn't even home yet. The guy called me saying that I can go now or wait next week. I'm like, well, I would rather you come now, but I was on my way to a supper with my mother-in-law, so I'm like, okay, come, but we'll have to do it quick. So it's just like one thing after another. Like it's crazy weekend. Tomorrow it's supposed to rain, so I'm not going to be able to bring my barn to the property just yet. But I still got to move the rabbits cage because they're in the way and they're pretty heavy. I mean, we're talking about 300-400 pounds each.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a few friends coming over to help me because there's no way that I can move them by myself. I'm going to move them aside, make the trail for whenever the guy comes. I'm going to go over at the property to make sure that everything is fine there. My buddy Selch called me saying that, everything was set up. The trail was supposed to be wide enough because the barn is 16 feet wide and 12. Well, it's 16 by 12. But there's no way because it's a hill and it's going like on a slope. There's no way that you can back up with the trailer and flip it on the other side, so they would only be 12 feet wide. So it has to be 16 feet wide. So when we go down the trail down there, we have to make sure, like, there's a few branches coming in, but we have to make sure at least there's no tree because, I mean, it's not going to be able to go down if there's a few trees.
Yeah.
So those are supposed to be cut. I'm just going to go and double check to make sure everything is fine. My buddy Selge is amazing. Like, I mean, it's so nice. The only thing he's asking in return is a dozen egg per week, and he's laughing about it. It's like, yeah, dozen egg, we'll be fine. Like, I think he's looking for young blood. He's just looking for someone to go out there and help him out.
Okay.
So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do some. I'm not going to work for him, but I'm going to work with him because we have the same plan. So I'm going to go there, have my barn, have my animals, and help him out at the same time because that's what he wants to do as well. He's been wanting to do that for so long, and I'm just hoping that I can help him, get his dream going.
Yeah. Bob, no, I have not been able to see you, brother. Sorry. Brutal Bob's in the chat, and YouTube for the last probably 7 months have totally disconnected Bob. I can't see Bob. He can see me. And then Ed Kirkpatrick, I can see Ed, but Ed can't see me. It's just weird. I don't know. Yeah, it's honestly weird, and there's more people actually this is starting to happen with. And it's like, I don't know. Yeah, I know. Everybody else can see Bob.
But I see
him for me.
I see him in the chat on YouTube, but I don't see him on Melon here.
Okay. Hey, Tim.
Is it possible that he's blocked from you, maybe? Or
nope. I've checked Google. I've checked YouTube, I've checked everything.
That's weird.
I've got nobody blocked. I used to have a few channels blocked, but I've decided that, it's just not worth my time.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Oh my God. YouTube. There we go.
That's really weird because I see him chatting on the YouTube side, but not on the Melon side.
Yep. Nope. Can't see a damn thing he said or anything else. I see Ashley.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See Ashley. Okay, yeah. Ashley just came in. So what's going on, geek? But yeah, no. If I'm on Big Matt's panel, I can see Bob. If I'm on E3 Farmstead's Chris, if I'm on Chris and Sarah's live, I can see Bob in that chat. So there's just no rhyme or reason to why or what.
Yeah, and when you talk about computers, usually you'd say restart, start over.
Yeah.
Try and I mean, you're at 765 subscribers. You don't want to start over.
I'm not starting over.
No, that
if I hit the end button, I'm gone.
Yeah.
And like I said, that may be coming closer because it's just frustrating. You put in all this work and get nothing for it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, see, and I keep shooting myself in the foot every time. I have my family. And, that's why I'm still here, is because of the people in this chat. Tiny Tim is always here. Huge supporter. Bob's always here. Ashley, she's normally here. But again, that was my fault. That was my issues that I wasn't on a whole lot for a month. But now that people aren't getting my notifications, it's just like a kick in the you-know-what.
Mm-hmm.
Today, Kareen and Marvin, Davis Family Life from Jamaica, I was like their number 2 subscriber. Like, I've been with them since I started their channel. Today, I went to sign in, and I'm like, they usually drop a video Friday or Saturday. What the heck? So I went to their channel. I'm unsubscribed. Oh no, not everybody, Bob. There is some people that are getting notifications. But a majority of my friends and family on here are not getting the notifications. And that's what bothers me, like my videos. I'm used to, like I showed Remy whenever we were together there for dinner. I have 91% of my subscribers watch my videos. That's unheard of.
Pretty cool number.
Like, that is unheard of. And that's been right from the get-go. Well, guess what? It ain't happening anymore. I'm lucky if I get 40 or 50 people that watch a video now. They're not getting notifications, or they've been unsubscribed, or, at what point? Like, I've even tried using my community page. Joe from Garden State Gardener, he put out 4 or 5 different, no, not 4, 3 different videos this week of trying to promote my channel. Well, it bumped up my numbers by 30, but yet if you look at my studio, I should be at 1,700. I've lost 1,000 subscribers. And somebody said, well, just send YouTube a message. They'll fix it. I've sent them 3 now with no reply. What more can I do?
Yeah, the customer service is not that good.
No. And then, I've had a couple people actually send me messages on my email, giving me a tongue lash why I'm always on TikTok. I'm not always on TikTok. I'm in just about everybody's lives. Sometimes they can't see me.
Yeah, that's not fun.
So, I don't know. I'm going to ride the wave for about another month, and then I'll decide. I don't want to stop making videos because it actually gives me something to do. It keeps my mind occupied. But, hey, Jesse. Oh, you missed it already, Jesse. We had Darren up here, but, he decided that he had to go dodos. He had to go put himself to bed. Oh, that's awesome, Tim. Glad to see that there's more notifications coming out, so maybe I'll ride the wave. Maybe things are turning. I don't know. It just gets frustrating. And I hate to dwell on it, but, people are getting mad because I kind of stopped putting out videos every couple days for a month and a half. Well, that was on me, guys. That was me trying to process a lot of issues in my personal life. Unfortunately, not everybody can be brought into those issues. Now, some people know about them, and that's okay. But, there's some people that didn't dare and go to the Eastern Ontario meetup. Yeah, he just actually got home yesterday, and it's been over for 2 weeks.
And it was so much fun.
True story. So, yeah, I'm hoping that come hell or high water next year, I want to be there.
Oh, yeah. It was just so, not strange, but weird how we've never met in real life. None of us. We got there and it's like we knew each other forever.
Yeah.
Like we've known each other forever. Even with you, it felt the same way. Got there, shook hand, went for supper, and started talking, and it's like, it wasn't weird, it wasn't awkward, it wasn't scary, it was just two friends having a chat. Like
that's it. It was
known
like
each other
we've
for so long.
known each other since primary school.
Yeah.
Just chatting. And that's what I love about this community, and that's what keeps me
going,
digging, and hoping that it gets better. Because I don't want to give it up. I really don't. Like, I've got amazing, amazing folks. Jesse, you missed it. I tried to record yesterday. I took the drone up. Shh. Mama don't know. I'm not supposed to be doing it with concussion symptoms. I'm not supposed to be drinking this either. Shh. That's okay. She's on call tonight. But Yeah, that was awesome taking that drone up for the first time. I was like in awe. I've never had anything like it. And just just to let go of the controls and it sits there. And I purposely wanted to take it up the first time in a big windstorm. And there was quite a bit of wind yesterday afternoon. Now it was sunny, it was beautiful, blue sky. Uh, but it, I took it up about 100 feet, and just to see, like, it was fighting really hard to stay still. So I played around with it for a little bit and then brought it down. But yeah, no, it was awesome. Like, I was just, I was like a kid in a candy store going, wow, okay,
Yeah, I
this
want
button
one,
does
but
this. And yeah, it was like awesome. I honestly don't know why people are having a hard time operating them, to tell you the truth.
they're
Like
easy.
for somebody like we've got good friends that soon as they got his, he put it into a tree. I don't know how. Like, I was sitting on my front deck. I have the house on one side and I have that great big maple tree on the other. You go up. Now, I do have the deflection, and that is really neat. So I took it to the edge of my property line and then came right at me. It stopped before it hit me. It wouldn't hit an object,
Cool.
which was, oh yeah, well, again, it was part of you know, part of the issue of the blessing that, Jesse and Lisa and Mr. Jim and my wife and kids gave me at Christmas.
Nice.
And oh yeah, I'm so humbled by it that,
Well, you
but I
deserve it.
can't wait. So Jesse, whenever Jesse comes, we're going to do a video for him, and we're going to go out the back road, and we're going to run the drone beside his RV. That's all I'm going to let go for now. I shouldn't have even let that one go, but he's got a plan what he wants to
Teaser.
do, and I'm like, as soon as you get here, brother, it's done.
A little
So
teaser.
yeah, little teaser that they may have something on the way. Well, let's put it this way: if the gas prices don't come below $12 a gallon, he ain't coming, or or he's not coming in the RV. I'll put it that way. Yeah, but I took a whole bunch of pictures with it. I can't figure out where the pictures went. I thought they'd be on my phone. Nope,
They're not.
nope. So I got to figure out.
Is there like a SD card in the drone or something? Or
There's room for it. I don't think there is. I don't know. I like again. I'm tech stupid. Whenever it comes to stuff like that, like, there is room for an SD card. I don't think there's one in there, but like, there's just so many different sensors, and so I can type the drone to stay like 25 feet behind a car
cool.
and follow us, and it follows the handheld thing and follows the car, and yeah, it's actually really neat.
Nice.
But yeah.
All right, I'm gonna let you go to
All right,
almost
brother.
midnight
Yeah,
here.
I'm
I'm
gonna
up
call
since
it.
4:30 this morning, so
It's funny. Debbie got called in at four, about 10 after 4 this morning, um, and of course it was a new girl. So she didn't call her cell phone. She called the house phone and woke up the entire house at 10 after
That's
4
what
this morning.
happens. And like I
But
said, for us it was just a rooster.
yeah, yours was the rooster. Mine was an untrained girl at the hospital that called her in.
It happens. It's never fun when it does, but it happens.
I know.
All right.
Anyways,
Take care.
I will, yeah, we'll talk to you later, brother.
Yep. Take care, guys, in the chat.
Oh, look at that. There's my brother, Daz. What's going on, Daz? Gonna start now? Brother, I'm ready to go to bed now. I'm going on fumes and over 3/4 of a bottle of red wine. Bound to crash here soon. I need to get ready for bed. We need to get up at 8:30, church service. Oh, that's early. Hey, Leanne, what's going on? Yeah. Are you like following Daz? I don't know. Daz, you got a stalker. I know, it's lunchtime for you, brother. I know. Well, we're coming on just plain old midnight here. Lunchtime, where was I at lunchtime? Oh, I was putting soil in. I thought they were doing it at 12:30 or at 10:30, Jesse. Oh yeah, I guess that would be 8:30 Central Time. Right, you're 2 hours behind them. I was going to say, I have till 9:30 to get up for church. All right, buddy, you go. You have a sleep. Hopefully, did you go for a drive in the RV? Did you make sure there's no issues before you hit back out on the road? Maybe a sensor that was a little hiccuped? Yeah, that's it, Daz. Hey, put her to work. She's going to stalk you. I get it. Oh, 9:30. Oof. And, well, at least my church service is online. They're still questioning our churches here. Yes, we're technically not allowed, or we don't have to wear masks anymore. But the elders tend to be wearing their masks still. So the way I look at it is I can spend my morning with Tony and Joni, you know, as long as you're talking to the good Lord one way or another, he doesn't care where you are, in my eyes anyways. I was filming a video for almond biscuit. Oh. Used almond flour or almond chunks in normal flour? Do tell. No, the same, the Mennonite and Amish up here. Nobody did either. They never wore masks. That's what I thought. It'd be almond flour. It was twice baked cookie. Leanne. Oh. I could have a couple of those right now, you know. That sounds yummy for my tummy. During the year, we have early service at 8:30, Sunday school at 9:45, late service at 11. The late service is the same as the early minus the children's sermon. Yeah. Well, Heather Lynn, you go. You have a blessed day tomorrow. And if I don't talk to you before next Thursday, please have yourself a blessed week. And remember, smiling's contagious. Don't forget to smile. A smile could save one person. And being contagious, you could start a thing of a massive smile. Just by one smile. And it takes less muscles to smile than to frown. Yeah, see, I told you, Daz. That's why I said the question. I don't know if it comes down to price, but almond flour over here, I don't know about the US, but I know in Canada, it is dear. It is dear how much it is. A little bag of almond flour up here is $20. So I know what I normally do is I make almond cookies, and like Leanne said, use all-purpose flour, roast the almonds, and then crush them up and put them in my cookie. I've got about half left, Tim. I use it as a treat. I've ordered, actually I haven't ordered. What I want to order is, it's the little cup for my, whatever the heck I've got. My coffee machine, it's a, not a, whatever, I don't know, whatever coffee machine we have. What I want to do is get the little cups that I can use it all the time. But I definitely will be ordering more coffee from there, that type of coffee. But I'm going to see if they can do it in a thicker grind. Because that's just, yeah, Keurig, that's right. Again, I'm sorry, with this concussion, as it is, my memory loss after my surgery was bad, but after this concussion, man, unlucky I remember where I live and my first name. And yes, night, Heather. Take care. God bless. Oh, yeah. Almond flour is wicked, wicked expensive, Ashley. Like it, there's just no two ways about it. Used to be a little bit cheaper at our, it's not Whole Foods, but the food store that we have here in town. You can get whole bean, you can get the grind. Yeah, see, I don't have a grinder. Yeah. I'm actually looking at possibly getting a little roaster and roasting my own coffee. Because I've got something in my head that I want to try a roast. Sorry. It's to that point where it's starting to heal and I just want to sit there and scratch at it. But, yeah, it's crazy. But anyways, guys, before Daz did show up, I was just about to get off. I've been on almost 2.5 hours, so I don't want to hold anybody up for their evening. And, well, it's getting to the point where I've been out gardening all day and my muscles are starting to contract and my spine's starting to spasm, so it's time to go get some meds and get into bed. And I just got a grinder, Scott. Amazon dropped it off $70, the 25 for a day. So can you send me the one you bought, Daz, if it's good? Yeah, if you send it to me via Instagram, whenever I head into bed, I'll have a look, and if it's still cheap, or I'll put it on a wish list or a watch list, sorry, and then I'll see if it goes down, and then because that's a hell of a deal, and I'm frugal. I don't know if anybody watches the Frugal Homesteader. Guys, John's a great guy. If you're not watching him, go have a look. He's a blast. He's out in Arizona, in the middle of nowhere, by himself, him and his dogs, and his name says it all. The Frugal Homesteader. Great, great guy. Might be another channel for you to watch. And like I said, he makes his own teas. He's just a very humble man. And just let him know the Rambler sent you. And he's a great guy. Great guy. But anyways, guys, I hate to cut it short, but I'm starting to get into a lot of pain here, and I don't want to go down a road where I just got myself off of. So I am going to thank you all so much for stopping by and just spending a little bit of your Saturday night with me. Made my night. And I do appreciate you all. And I do appreciate everybody coming. Thank you, Des. You too, buddy. I hope you have a great day. And if you could, send me the name of that grinder that you got. And we'll go from there. All right, guys. Take care. God bless. Have a great week. I'm sure we'll see you around somewhere. Take care.